Alright, DD at this point, it's old reliable. I don't know if there's ever been a more reliable build than this at this point, but it's still good. If you want to tank your option and you want to give up some damage, you can go Necromancer. It's pretty much the same as before. Pretty much everything is the same. Only difference is now in this guide, I think my last one was Elementalist too, just for some more damage from the damage nerfs. I mean, it's still fine on Necromancer. I did it in last Gauntlet. Well, actually, I technically did Cremation because DD was banned, but Cremation still got the job done. So, anyways. Elementalist. Now, it's not particularly tanky. Early on, you're going to be pretty squishy. Only defense you really are going to have from the Ascendancy is Bastion of Elements, and the rest is just damage, but luckily, there's a pretty decent amount of, like, gear flexibility where you can get defense. You can get a lot of, I don't have it on the gear here, but, because, like, day 1 gear or whatever, but you can get, Fizz taking his fire on your helmet, on your chest piece, and that's a big help. You can get like a shield with it too if you want to use a Dawnbreaker or something. I'm not necessarily recommending that, but I feel like you need more Fizz. There you go. So I don't have any gameplay because, I mean, I've done this like 5 times, but all my characters don't. 1, they aren't Elementalists because they're Necros. 2, they're all like botched and taken apart and whatever. So here's the tree. Last league they added this node. This is a really important part. Defiled Forces. It makes it so your Ignite will refresh every time you curse. So obviously this is really good with Detonate Dead because you have to fish for a Spectre Corpse to blow it up. And then when it blows up, you get huge damage for a couple seconds. And then, but with this node, you can make it infinite essentially, as long as you keep cursing. So that's important. It's not really that important outside of bossing, but yeah, I'd say take this when you're bossing for sure. It also happens to remove ailments if you're not ailment immune, so that is also good. Pretty standard tree. It's been pretty much the same. Early on, if you want suppression, you might want to consider like dropping these nodes and some other nodes. Maybe going to Magebane for your suppression. Suppression early it will be kind of hard to cap. However, this node, chances of special spell damage is lucky, is really helpful early. So I'd probably recommend just getting that along with whatever suppression you can get if you're not like focusing on bossing really quickly. Obviously, if you're softcore, you can boss really quickly anyways and not have to worry too much about being completely capped, but yeah. So build lots of damage pretty much off the bat. Skills, I've ordered it in the order you should be putting it in for your, like, so your 4-link would be DD, Ignite Prolif. Actually, I might want to change Unbound Ailments. I mean, well, it's fine early, but maybe something different for bosses because your Ignites are infinite, so. But, yeah. So, Grace, Termination, Defiance, Banner, Tempest Shield, Flammability, Elemental Weakness for your curses, and Wave of Conviction and Flame Surge in your weapon with the Trigger Craft. Actually. Oh, yeah. Malevolence on a Divine Blessing set up because this is EB. And then, yeah. Leveling skills, you're going to go Orb of Storms and Storm Blast Mine early. I would not recommend Spark anymore because of the 25% Proj nerf that will probably end up feeling really bad. And at level 28, you swapped Armor Brand Cremation. That is the ideal way to level. Although, since we're Elementalists, if you go Shaper of Flame first, which you will, you can actually level as Detonate Dead if you want. You'll do plenty of damage, or you should, just because Ignites will carry hard. So that is an option if you want to like play Detonate Dead all the way through. I'll show you the trees here. So level 14, you're trying to get to EO as fast as possible. And then life notes, Firewalker. Well, you need to go Lightning Walker at first because you're going to use lightning skills, but you can still take these other nodes for res if you want. Level 32, grab some life stuff. You can grab these if you need, like strength and dex, and also grab these if you need them. Over here, get some fire dot, and then life, reservation stuff. And then you'll choose Shaper of Flame first. 55, grab Divine Judgment, come over here, grab these nodes. 69, you're gonna come over here, you can grab the corpse nodes, and at this point, at 69 or so, you'll that's the ideal swap time to Detonate Dead. Like, when you get to maps, around is when I'd say is a good time too, but like I said, you can do it earlier if you want on this build. 85, Whispers of Doom, Splash nodes, these things, those things. The full endgame tree. Here it is. The gear, yeah, I mean, I just pretty much put life and suppression on all the gear. That's all you really need. The only unique, you don't need it, but it's like big damage, that you should aim on getting is Replica Emberwake. Ignites you, inflict deal damage 43% faster. But since we're using Defiled Forces, this doesn't really matter because your duration of the ignite keeps getting refreshed, so it's fine. So it's essentially like a 43% damage boost. Notes, I have some pretty good notes here. Make sure you check those out. Major God, Brine King till you're freeze immune, and then Relicash. And yeah, that's pretty much it here. Pretty typical build. If you want to see gameplay, like I said, you can go to my old guide videos for this, but it is still largely the same.